Soccer here. On your right, we have head coach Danny Sanchez. Next to him, Taylor Kornieck, Scott Watson, and Jalen Tompkins. They're both goalkeepers and both team captains. JJ is a sophomore, Scout is a junior, and Taylor is a sophomore. Just a quick background on them. They've actually already played 2 matches. They tied CSU on Friday and then beat Colorado College here on Sunday. So their season is already underway. And we'll get Danny started here with an opening statement, and then we'll open it up for questions.
Well, thanks everyone for coming. Like Andy said, we start early. We'll actually have 2 more games this weekend, so we'll have 4 games before school even starts. We started on Friday at CSU, and as we knew, it would be a tough match. Throw the records out, especially, well, there are no records. It's the first game of the season. Wasn't our best performance. But we did walk away with a draw, which isn't the worst thing in the world, and then got home Sunday for the last match of the Colorado Cup and performed much better. Played a team that's another good team, but really defensive-minded, so it was tough to break them down. But I felt that our fitness and our ability in the attack eventually wore them down, and Taylor scored a nice goal in overtime. JJ and Scout combined on the shutout in both games. So we're good defensively, but obviously going forward, we know we're going to need to score some more goals. Friday, 4:30, we host TCU, who went the second round of the NCAA tournament last year. Won both of their opening games last weekend 5-0, 5-0. So, you know, obviously they can score some goals and they don't give up any, so that's a good start for them. So we know it'll be a huge challenge for us, and then we host Big West Conference, UC Riverside, who's 1-1 on Sunday, so it'll be a good weekend of soccer. We're looking forward to the rest of the season, and hopefully continue our success we showed last year in the Pac-12 play and advance the NCAA tournament and hopefully continue to advance further. But that's a long way away. Our focus right now is on TCU on Friday.
Daniel, put you on the spot with both your goalies sitting here. You've, as you mentioned, rotated them through the first 2 games. Started out the season like that last year before JJ kind of took over. Are you planning to continue the rotation, or are you kind of challenging them for one of them to step forward and maybe take over that spot going forward?
Yeah, it's probably one of the best problems you're going to have 2 Pac-12 level goalkeepers in the same program, 2 players that the team voted captains, so they see their value on and off the field to the team, and they're both underclassmen, so I think it says a lot about them as people as well. Like I've said all along, if you're going to have an NBA or an NFL draft or a NWSL draft in our team, they'd be top 5 or 6 picks on our own team. But unfortunately, it's a position that typically one player will play. So I think it's going to really just be a game-by-game decision. Someone will start Friday, and we'll see how it goes, but it's not going to be a situation. The competition will go all the way to the end of the year. They realize that. They're up for the challenge. Somebody's going to be disappointed when they don't play, but they're going to be professional. They're going to be leaders. They're captains, and the team knows no matter what, we're going to have great goalkeeping. And at the end of the day, we're going to have to be good in the back. We're going to have to be good in goal if we're going to be successful again. And for us, it's the best problem we have, but it's the least of our concerns as far as who's in goal, because we know they're both very capable.
It's a question for Coach Sanchez. Can you talk about the newcomers to your team, especially the freshmen? I noticed that you have 2 freshman starters.
Yeah, we're real pleased with our freshmen, and we'll include Marty Pukatapu in there, who joined us in the spring, but is still a freshman. Hannah Cardenas played every minute this weekend, stepping in as center back, which is a leadership role, and has done very well. Been very pleased with her. A lot of room for growth, and she'll be challenged more going forward, to be fair. But she played a high level of club. We've watched her for many years, so we know that she's capable of stepping in and being a legit Pac-12 center back as a freshman. So hopefully she'll continue her growth. Libby Garrity came in as a freshman, local product out of Cherry Creek High School. Earned a starting spot, was very good in preseason, was our highest ranked player against CSU. Unfortunately, she tore ACL in that game, so she'll miss the season, which is a blow to the team and a blow to her, but big picture, whenever this injuries happen, it's part of the game. Nobody, like I told the team, nobody's feeling sorry for us, for sure. If it's going to happen, it's not a bad time to happen. She'll be able to get a year back and redshirt, and my guess is the type of academic student she is, when she graduates, she'll have a degree and her master's degree, and who knows, probably halfway to her doctorate. She's a really great young lady and a great player, so we'll miss her this year, but we look forward to getting her back next year. And fortunately for all these players, they'll have an opportunity to play with her as well. Marty Pukatapu started for her on Sunday up top and did a good job. So I think those are kind of the three freshmen that have stood out. The other three are all good players, but it's tough to get on the field for us at times. But we're looking for them to continue to work hard and develop.
Coach, you mentioned already wrapping up your game with Colorado State this season, but as you look into the future, is it important for your program to maintain that rivalry year in and year out? Just how do you view that series from a women's soccer perspective?
You know, obviously, we want to play the best teams we can. You know, opening up the year every season with the Colorado Cup is a challenge because it's such a short preseason. Obviously, everybody's up for CU. You know, I thought we could have done better on Friday, but it wasn't a surprise. Every time we played them, it's been that type of a game. So I think it's important to play those teams, but I think it's more important for us to play better. So you can make all excuses you want in the world. We just didn't play well enough, especially in the final third. We were good in the back. We were good in goal. Final third, we weren't good enough, so we didn't get the goal we needed. I think you play those teams later in the year. Maybe once you've had a little more rhythm, things can change. But you play the games as they're laid out. But I think it's also important to play the local teams because there's a lot of fan interest, and we have to be up for the challenge.
For Scout and JJ, wanted to ask you kind of what I asked Danny. How have the two of you handled this competition to start the year, splitting time? I know you started the year last year, but I guess how are you balancing the individual competition, you know, with the fact that you're both team captains and leaders of this team?
Well, every day in practice, we never take an off day. We're always really competitive with each other, but it's very civil. We're never against each other with anything, so it pushes us to be better overall. And then together we push the team, and I don't know, I think every day in practice it's always good competition, and everyone rises up even more.
Yeah, and as team captains, I think both of us are on the same page with everything. I mean, we're always looking to put the team first. I mean, our competition shows, I believe, everybody on the team that you compete at the highest level, but you can also support each other. You know, no matter who plays in goal, I know I'm going to support and she's going to support. And it's the same thing with a team. You know, who's going to play the forward position, you have to support each other. So we're always going to put the team first at every time we can.
And they also live together, Pat. So they're together 24/7. They're together more than I am with my wife. But they're very professional with it. And like I said, it's a challenge. It's not easy. Everybody wants to play. They both deserve to play. But the examples they set for the team is the standard as a program. Every coach in the country, not everyone, but a lot of coaches in the country called me about that once they were named captains. I said it was a no-brainer. Those were the ones we were going to pick, and we were like, well, you can't have two goalkeeper captains. And I'm like, well, why not? And I still haven't got a reason why you can't, because they're the leaders.
Was that a team vote?
Team vote. At the end of the day, obviously, I scour the votes. If people like Pat Rooney are getting a lot of votes, then we got problems. I might nix it. Yeah, no, basically every single player on the team voted them one or two, which shows a clear cut, and then the third place person was way down, so it was a clear cut choice from the team, and the coaching staff agreed 100%.
Question for Taylor. Can you talk about some of your personal expectations on this season? You had a great freshman year, and you've already started off pretty well with a game-winning goal.
Well, I don't want my freshman year to be my peak, so I just want to take every day, every practice, and work as hard as I can and just keep developing as a player. Scoring my first goal yesterday, it was kind of a big, like, we needed that goal. We needed to start just for, once we scored the first goal, it just changes the team momentum, and now we can just start connecting more with the forwards, and hopefully we'll just keep continuing to score a lot of goals and hopefully get a win in the next Pac-12 games.
Thank you.